the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber, stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber, she's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber, cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, from sequins to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine gaze. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber Live tonight. The music starts playing. It's time for cabareting on Amber Live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Yay! Thank you. Hi there. How are we tonight on this beautiful summer evening? I hope it's pretty where you are, but oh my gosh, I'd hate to be down in New Orleans right now. Oh, getting scared for Marco and Laura. They're going to meet down there and all hell's going to break loose. Oh, just you guys down there, be careful, all right, and be safe. Oh boy, that's frightening. But tonight we're here for some fun. We've got a good show lined up. But I first got to talk about last week's show. That so many people have commented, messaged saying how much they enjoyed the videos of the P-Town, the guests that we had from Provincetown, the pictures and carnivals. It was just, it was very nice to hear that you guys appreciated as much as I and Russell did putting it together. And if you haven't seen it right now, get on there, like, share, subscribe, go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel so you don't want to miss anything, because if you subscribe you'll know when things are coming up. But to go back and watch that show, we've had almost 2,000 people watch it already, so that's pretty cool. So thank you for watching, and it really was a special a work of love for both of us. But that was last week. We got a lot coming up this week, so Russell, hey Russell, wake up.
Oh, I'm awake, Amber.
Well, you do so much work. I'm surprised, but I'm glad you. So this is week 23 for us.
It just keeps going and going and growing and growing.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going, but we're along for the ride. That's for sure.
Like Willy Wonka's boat.
So we've been busy this week. One of the things you and I have done is really taken on TikTok. You know, I heard all this stuff about TikTok about, oh, it's for kids and the Chinese stuff. And I really didn't care about it until Trump started not liking it. And then I thought, okay, then that's something I should get involved with. And so you said, yeah, let's do some TikTok. You got us a channel or whatever we do. What's it called?
Channel on TikTok. Yep.
Okay. And so we started putting something out there. And what happened this week, Russell?
Well, let me just show you what we put out there, and then we'll tell you all about what happened. Here it is.
Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us. It is what it is.
And that's what I said 4 years ago. But did they ask me to speak at the DNC? Oh, Michelle, you go, girl. Yeah. So that was just something silly we did on Tuesday, I think. She spoke on Monday, and we did that on Tuesday. What happened?
For us, it has been a giant hit on TikTok. It now has headed towards 20,000 views on TikTok, and we have had lots of comments. Some good, some not so good.
Some just nasty. Some just nasty.
Yeah, I mean, it's the internet. People go crazy and say anything, but
I'm surprised they're able to turn on a computer, you know.
It is helping our numbers grow on TikTok. Our following's growing, and we're going to keep doing them.
Yeah,
So,
we have over 500 followers now. So
over 600 now.
6. Oh my goodness. All right, that's great. But we have fun with
Amber
that.
just froze. Everybody froze.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Russell. Yeah. So maybe you froze.
Hello?
I'm not watching you. Hello.
Amber, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, we had a freeze there for a second.
Okay.
Technology. So yeah, we've had we're now over 600 followers. We're growing. It's nothing compared to someone we'll see later in the evening, but we're trying to catch up. And Madge and Biscuit are helping us, so we love them.
Yes, we hope to have them back soon. All right. So I've also heard some comments about people who want to comment on our show and while the show's running, and they hear us talk about other comments that they don't see. I don't understand that, Russell.
Well,
what's going on?
Here's the reason, Amber. We are streaming out to 3 different pages on Facebook. We're streaming out to YouTube, Twitter, and Periscope. So if you're on one of those and can comment, your comments are only seen on the page you're on. So people who are on another page are going to be saying their comments, and unfortunately not everybody gets to share. So if you have friends, make sure you're all watching on the same page. That's what I recommend. Then you can chat back and forth or dish back and forth as you wish.
Yes, we want you. We love to see the comments. We learn a lot from them. What you like and say, and then the questions you ask too are sometimes very good. And
exactly, and we'll put the best of them up as fast as we can. That's what we have Jack for.
That's what we hired Jack for. Yeah. And all right, and let's see. Oh, and I understand we have some exciting news we're going to announce later on.
Later on in the show, we do have some. Lucy Bell wants to know if she's slow. Yeah, well, we don't need to comment on that. But yes, later on in the show, we will have some very exciting news, and hopefully everybody will get a kick out of it. But first, I do want to talk about some news that we have already talked about, which is our Boosters Club. Amber's Boosters. You don't want to forget that. We started that a couple weeks ago. It's been very helpful. It allows everyone to tip us for all the work we're doing to keep the show going. It's helped keep the show going. And we've got some great boosters. This last week, our good friend Rial Masson donated. DJ Mary Alice, who was a guest on the show last week, gave us a wonderful, wonderful tip. And another DJ, John Martin, and good friend, also gave us a wonderful tip to help us keep going. And if you want a tip, use the Venmo down at the bottom at RJD Pro. And if you tip more than $25, we will send you one of these fantastic stickers that we got in. So you can see the stickers. I've got one right here. You can see what size they are. They're a lot of fun. You can put them anywhere, give them to your friends, your enemies, help promote Amber. And again, that's Venmo is at RJD Pro. So please help us out by sending a tip. We now have, I think it's going to be 6 people working on this show. So it just keeps growing.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you to Real, MJ, and John. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
Awesome.
All right. So another thing we've been adding is the caption of the week. And so this one's pretty interesting. So we love the comments that you had last week, and this is something fun you can do. And the caption is we want you to write your answers into the chat. And this is our current First Lady revealed her changes to the Rose Garden. You can see originally what it looked like on the left and what she did to it on the right. Look at what she did. Those crabapple trees were first planted during the JFK administration. And traditionally, the First Lady plants new roses, not uproot history. So let us know what's happening. That's what it looks like from the air. What are some comments or captions that you can think of to talk about the transition there of the Rose Garden? I've got a few comments I'll say later on if you don't say them first. So think about that.
And you can help Jack out by labeling it as a caption, and then put your comment after that and caption the before and after picture. And yes. The funnier, the better.
Yes. Bring it on. Bring it on. All right. And let's see, later on we have our quiz, and we ask if anybody out there in our audience wants to play on the quiz. You know how to get hold of us. Just send us an email right there at that address right there, and we'll send you the link to get on and play the quiz with our other guests. So, and speaking of our other guests, who we got tonight, Russell?
Oh, we have two very fun guests. The first one is Walter Masterson, who I discovered on TikTok again. And Walter, well, his work speaks for itself, but you're going to have a lot of fun with him. I can't wait to see it. I enjoy seeing him every time he's on TikTok. He's got a huge following. He's been very creative. And I will just say he has the ear of the president.
And who else?
And then the second guest is all the way from Las Vegas. We were talking across the country tonight to 9-digit Dave Johnson, who is a magician, and he's going to do some tricks with Amber.
Ooh, I haven't had any tricks done with me in a long time.
I'm sure. And I would say it was because of COVID, but it's probably been longer than that.
Yeah, you know me too well, Russell. You know me too well.
That's tonight's show.
Oh, wow. Well, then we better get started. All right.
All right.
We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, my. And what a week it has been. Did you watch any of the Democratic convention? It was so exciting to see Senator Kamala Harris. And that's how it's pronounced, Kamala. Kamala. Comma, like the punctuation thing. Kamala Harris, who was the first woman of color to be nominated by a major political party for vice president. Isn't that great? But you know the people out there. Oh, she says she's African American, but she's from Jamaica. Huh? What's up with that? Well, where do you think the people from Jamaica came from? Huh? Think about it. All right. So, and also she's American or Indian American. Yeah, from the country. So she's all melted pot there. Yes, that's great. And she's married to a white Jewish guy. Can you imagine? Look out, 2021. Keep getting this progressive, America, and we may lose our appetite for locking up immigrant children in cages. We can hope. Well, Harris was announced officially at the convention that was this year all online due to this COVID thing that brings me to you each week. Yeah. And you know what? Aside from being some little awkward cutaways and miscues, it was almost as good as an episode of Amber Live. Yeah. I mean, seriously, Russell, were you moonlighting this week?
Amber, you get what you pay for. Stop picking on.
Okay. But it was a well-run show. And let's see what happens this week with the red scene, okay? All right, and in other news, former Washington and White House counselor Stephen Bannon was, who's there, yes, he's the guy who still watches porn on his VHS tapes, was arrested on a boat in Connecticut. On a boat in Connecticut. Well, I imagine it was offshore of Connecticut. But anyway, look at this guy. What was he arrested for? Non-payment of child support? I can just imagine all over the boat there was this a bunch of other armada of racist divorced fathers all floating around, making nautical-themed dad jokes. Anyway, Bannon was arrested for fraud for ripping off his charity called Build the Wall Foundation. Yeah, that wall. The wall that Mexico is going to pay for. And the boat that he was on is owned by a Chinese billionaire who just happens to be a member of Mar-a-Lago. What has happened to our country? Russell, quick, give me something good to look at. Give me something nice. Oh, the Obamas. That lowers my blood pressure tremendously. Oh, thank you, Russell. That's better. Thank you. All right. But you know what's weird? Whenever I hear the word Bannon, I think of Race Bannon from the Johnny Quest show. Yeah, he was the bodyguard of Johnny and his dad. Ooh, wasn't he good looking? Anybody else remember him? But then I realized that Race Bannon looks a hell of a lot like Mike Pence. Oh, mother. Russell, show me the Obamas again. Show me the. Oh, yes. Oh, I miss them so much. Well, and finally, President Trump called for a boycott of Goodyear tires because the company recently imposed a MAGA hat ban in all of their shops. Huh, unbelievable. An American president shutting down an American company because their employees can't wear hats made in China. Oh, Jesus. You'd think after spawning two hideous sons like those guys, Trump would be against banning any kind of rubber. Oh, Russell, one more time. Yeah. I feel better now. It's a cleansing, like cleansing the palate. Yes. So on with the show. So let's see a little bit of what our first guest does.
Every morning before the stock market opens, I get my iced coffee, then I talk to the president. You can't shut down TikTok! You needed to spread your fascism! If you shut down TikTok, then you only have YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Fox News, and radio and Fortune to spread fascism! Don't shut it down! Woo! Ready to start my day. You need a platform. Show him the sign. Look at this.
No, don't touch the sign.
I will not touch the sign.
Don't touch the sign. Because
Black
the sign
Lives Matter wants to get rid of Oreo cookies.
No, those are black.
No, the Oreo cookies, Nabisco, Chips Ahoy, all of it. They want no more Keebler elves.
There are people with white suits and butterfly nuts waiting for you at the corner over there. They're going to take you straight to Bellevue. There'll be somebody there to give you medicine that you really need. Go, get into the end.
Hillary Clinton is working to try and take away your Oreo cookies. Wake up, America! So I just realized that it doesn't matter whether or not somebody's a good cop. You know, they say, oh, there's a bunch of good cops out there. Not all cops are bad. It doesn't matter, okay? You know, my department, they gave me arrest quotas, okay? They told me which neighborhoods to target, okay? I got a quota I got to meet, or I don't have a job. I got a family to support, all right? And, you know, when I see someone that's doing something that's not right, and I go to speak up about it, suddenly my department and my police union turns their back on me, and they're trying to get me demoted or fired. So it doesn't matter whether or not someone's a good cop or not. It's systemic. It's policy. It's policy.
So let's meet this guy. Hey, Walter. Have you taken your meds today?
Am I taking my meds? That's a good question. Yeah, I did take my meds today. I took them twice. So yes, no stranger to any of that.
Okay. Yeah. So Walter, when did you start doing that?
So I've been an actor for years, and then when COVID hit, there's nothing to do, nothing to act in, and I just I missed performing, so I went on TikTok, started making TikToks, and then I started doing stuff that's more authentic to me. I mean, the stuff that started to hit was like that, like what you saw, where I'm expressing my rage and frustration at the world, and where artistic endeavors meet activism, and using my I got on TikTok to create a bunch of characters, and that's how it started. I was like, let me make a conservative character that's pretending to be conservative, that's being hyperbolic. I always think that's funny. I always think that, I always love Stephen Colbert or Sacha Baron Cohen. And I love what they do. So I've always sort of envied how they do things. And now that I mess with people on the street as that conservative character, I have a whole new level of respect for people that do that, because it's actually very difficult. There's a lot of footage I have that I can't use you know, it didn't work that well. So I'm just like, damn, it's hard to get people to open up and get like angry, you know, and get angry enough to talk to me and stuff. So
it takes brains to be stupid.
It does. It does.
So you said, I understand what you're doing. That's why how I started the show was I was bored with COVID. I go, God, I got to do something. And so we started doing so you said you're an actor. What have you done?
So I've done a lot of things. One of the first movies I ever did was a film called LIE, and it was I played, you know, the lover of this guy, Brian Cox. You ever watched the show on HBO called Succession?
Oh, yeah.
The lead actor in that, he plays like the Rupert Murdoch character. I played his lover in like my first movie ever. So I was his lover, and then he dumps me for someone younger, and I murder him.
I would too. Been there, done that.
Yeah, I've done that. And I've done Law and Order SVU. I was on the show Louis with Louis C.K.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting.
Have you taken that off your resume?
Well, he cut me out of the show, actually. So I was like, fuck you. But it was one of those things where like I was on the show and I was like, oh, this is a cool show. I like what this guy's doing. And then he gets busted. And I was like, this is so disappointing. I really liked you. So
that stuff's coming back to bite some people in the butt.
Yeah.
So how often do you go out and do your rants?
I'm in Washington DC right now, so I was scouting places today to go rant at. I've never been here before. I'm not familiar with DC, so I was looking at monuments and I was like, what would make a good place to go yell at Trump? So I was like, well, I'm in DC. It's the best place to go yell at Trump. And apparently, like, you can't get anywhere near the White House right now.
Not anymore, no.
You can't, like, does not make for a good video. So I was walking around the rest of DC, like, where do I go to yell at him? So that was, but yeah, I go out, I'm on TikTok. You have to shoot repeatedly. So I'm shooting pretty much every day.
Yeah. Maybe you could have a conversation with Abraham Lincoln, as he's sitting there, or the Washington Monument, make some comments about that. What would where would they put Trump's monument, in Washington, D.C.?
Basically. So pretty much. I was just at the Lincoln Memorial, looking at that. I was like, oh, this is a perfect place to make a TikTok. So, I mean, yes, and I was like, oh, this would be great. I'd do like a thing, go there and shake my ass,
So, why did you go to Washington, or why are you in Washington?
I just went down here to see friends.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I need to go like shoot some stuff while I'm here, and then so. I mean, I just thought like, friends were like, oh, come hang out with us in DC. And I was like, sure. I was like, that makes perfect sense. And then I'm going to do like a morning video where I'm just strolling along and everyone thinks that I'm in New York. And all of a sudden they start yelling at something that's like in DC. So
I love it. DC is a beautiful town, a lot of history, but there's a lot of opportunities for you there too. So what have been some of your reactions? Have you gotten any reactions from anyone famous or notable?
I mean, I've had like people, someone was like posting, in like this, I did a WAP video, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's, their song WAP, Wet Ass Pussy. So I was doing the dance to that in front of the post office to raise awareness about what's going on at the post office. And then I, apparently, Cardi B liked it or something. It was like you could see it on her page that she had liked it, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's winning right now for me.
it's the little thing.
I was like, sure, cool, I'll take it. Like
take what you can get.
Yeah.
So you said you had the different characters. You had the conservative. What are some of your other outlets?
So I did there's like this guy's like InfoWars. So I thought like there's it'd be cool to have like a conservative character where it's like Alex Jones, but he thinks he's Ben Shapiro. Like, because you always have these like conspiracy theorists, and they always think they're the smartest people in the room.
Oh,
that's what they all have that in common. They're all like, I'm the smartest. Like,
I know what you don't know.
They're very smug, like, well, like the rest of you civilians out there. I have that one. I have a cop character. I've done the cop one repeatedly. And then the last time I did the cop one, people started, the comments started to blow up. People saying like, oh, well, it's good. It's brave of this police officer to step forward. And I was like, whoa. And so I went like live streamed, and I was like explaining, like the subject of the live stream was, I am just an actor. I was like,
acting.
An actor. So that was really funny, because then you have then I got a lot of people like Trump supporters that were upset, and they were like, he admits to just being an actor, and I was like, I never said that I was a fucking cop. Like, what? Like, I bought this NYPD shirt. Like, I bought it like in Times Square. You could get it at the souvenir shop. It just says NYPD. Like, it is not an official police uniform. I saw it, and I was like, all right, this is fine if they're selling it, because I wanted to do a character, but I also don't want to get arrested. So, like, after 9/11, there's this law, like, if you're dressed like a cop and you don't have like a permit to shoot, and it's not an official movie set, and you're just dressed like a police officer, you will get arrested and charged with like a very, felony crime. It's like a big deal after 9/11. So I was like, all right, well, they're selling this NYPD shirt in a souvenir shop in Times Square. How illegal could it be to wear this shirt? So I bought that. And everyone, people thought I was a cop. People have also thought that I was the CEO of Deloitte. They thought I was a doctor. So I played a doctor. Because I had a sketch where I play a doctor that's doing like invasive surgery, but he's not going to wear a mask. So I'm like, nah, that's all right. And like there were people that were like, and like the TikTok, it's in my kitchen. I shot this like in my kitchen, and like I'm holding an X-Acto knife as like my surgical utensil, X-Acto knife and like tweezers, and people are like, he's not a doctor. And I'm like, I'm not. Yes, I'm not. What?
Oh. Well, I can appreciate your attitude with the police. Yeah, I never want to be arrested. I always find out what a friskable offense is, though. Just to don't want to cross the line, just nudge right up to it. So, Walter, you're a gem. I love talking to you. But we're moving on, and we'll have you back for the quiz. So relax, take another dose of meds. And,
I'm live streaming this. Say hello to everyone. Hello.
Hey.
Say hello. This is Amber LeMay, everyone. Woo!
Hey. Walter owes me alimony.
I'm here for you. Just, you let me know when you need me. I'll
right.
in the room here.
Thank you, Walter. All right. Oh, my goodness. Talk to him all night and in the morning, too. So, all right, let's see. Hey, Russell.
Amber, I know you wanted to go on with the show. We have a little situation. A woman has apparently gotten into our green room. I'm not sure how she got the code. I think she might be harassing some of the other guests. She says she's a New York socialite and that she does Page 6 style reviews, and she's sort of demanding to talk to you. So I'm kind of hoping you would talk to her for a second, and then we can just get rid of her. So I will bring her on and you can chat with her. Here she is, Miss Helen Cumlicker.
Hello! Am I on the radio? What the hell is going on?
Are you from the Long Island Cumlickers, or are you from
Connecticut Cumlickers? There's only one, and it's Dutch. Am I on the radio? Because I've seen a lot of faces for radio so far, if you catch my drift, Miss LeMay.
No. So why did you feel you needed to come onto the show?
Oh, I've seen the first half of this, and I have a lot to say. First of all, is Amber LeMay your God-given name?
Yes.
God damn, sounds like a cocktail waitress at a Detroit airport. I've heard that you frequent Provincetown quite a bit, Miss LeMay. Is that true?
When I can, yes.
Yeah, just slap on a little Wet and Wild for the lesbians, grab a lobster roll, and I'll meet you at the Dick Dog, huh?
Okay, that sounds like that could be on the agenda.
That's a sweet gig. You know, I almost bought a home on Cape Cod, Miss LeMay.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I just could never live around that many Irish. Jesus Christ. How could I sleep at night, knowing at any moment a Sean or Liam could just break into my home, steal my jewelry, and drink all my liquor?
Well, that's why I go there.
Oh, my God. It's a Kennedy murder playground. I'm not sure if you're aware, Miss LeMay.
No, I
they're
wasn't.
all the Catholics with their salt-burned knuckles and their cartoon-named towns. Mashpee, Sandwich, Barnstable. They all sound like old-timey Irish whorehouses.
I wouldn't know about old-timey Irish whorehouses.
Oh, I would. Give old Margaret a buffalo nickel and she'll give you a Hummer. Now, I noticed in the first half of this show, if I'm correct, you had a man who yells at buildings. Is that correct, Miss LeMay?
Yeah, yes, that's true. Yeah.
My God, is this up for Emmy consideration? How wonderful.
Well,
The second half is a riveting magician, correct?
I hope so.
You do know that magicians are just gay pickpockets with a flair for the dramatic.
I hadn't heard that classification. No.
Oh, yeah. Pull their mother's approval out of a hat and I'll be impressed. See, the thing that I do best is review. I review anything and everything. So I'm just going to give you a review for everything that I've seen so far. It's 1 out of 10 Helens. I'm giving you 3 Helens this evening, Miss LeMay, which is an incredibly generous score. The highest grade I've ever given was 7, and that was to Dwight D. Eisenhower after he liberated Europe. But I feel for you, Miss LeMay. I really do. I mean, like me, I'm sure Pearl Harbor ruined your Sweet 16.
So what could I do to nudge that up to a 4?
Oh, no. 4 is absolutely unattainable for you. Oh, no. Goodness, no. No. Ethel Merman got a 4. Are you up to par with Ethel Merman?
Oh, I'd sleep with Ernest Borgnine.
Say, we used to get drunk and slap around Ernest Borgnine once he passed out.
Sounds like a fun night.
Oh, hell of a time. This country used to be great.
I heard it's going to be great again. That's what I've heard.
One can only hope. I haven't voted since Dwight D. Eisenhower because the next president was a Catholic, and I just lost all faith in the system.
So you won't be voting for Mr. Biden then in November?
Oh, goodness, no. I really haven't left a 15-block radius in about 40 years, and my polling place is just outside of that. And I will not be voting for Donald Trump. Absolutely not. How garish.
Well, obviously, there's not a Depilotron place close to your neighborhood then.
No, not at all. No, and I don't trust the post office. I only do telegrams in Western Union.
Okay. Well, Helen, I don't know how you got into the studio. I will have to talk to security, but I'd love to say it's been a pleasure to meet you, but I'm not sure about that.
I'm going to tell you what I told Merv Griffin. There is not a security man on earth that will keep me out of any studio which I wish to enter. But it was lovely to meet you, Miss LeMay. Have a great night.
Thank you very much, Helen Cumlicker of the Connecticut Cumlickers. All right. That was a surprise. I did not see that one coming. Thanks, Russell.
Nice job. I'm glad you could keep her under control.
Oh.
So now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yes.
We did have an exciting announcement. Oh, Stephen would like to know if that was an Amber alert. I don't know, but Amber's alert now.
Yeah, kind of talk about your boosting.
So our exciting announcement tonight is that we have now added a Amber Live website.
Oh my gosh.
You can find it at amberlive.tv. It's very easy to find. That's amberlive.tv. So, and in addition to the website, Once you get there, you can go look at Amber's merch. We have a whole selection. We have mugs, we have shirts, we have hoodies. We're going to be adding new stuff all the time. Here's one of everybody's favorites.
Ooh.
And before you ask me, Amber, if you scroll down to the bottom of the merch page, you will see that the models are not included.
Damn.
Yes, sorry to tell you that. However, there are 2 designs you can choose from. We have the Amber Live logo, and we also have the League of Drag Queen Voters Don't Blow It vote.
Oh my goodness.
There's a whole section of the website that's about the League of Drag Queen Voters. So if you would like to go there, you can, again, it is, let me find it. There it is, www.amberlive.tv, and you will find a wonderful selection of ever-growing merchandise to purchase and wear to show all your friends.
Wow. And if you do purchase that, make sure you take some pictures and send them to us. We'd love to show.
We would love that. Then we can put them on the air. Yes.
Ooh.
And in addition to that, we have a very exciting announcement. We've been working hard to find sponsors for the show, and I think we have our first sponsor.
Russell.
It's not me, but here's our first sponsor.
Oh, what's the matter with me lately? All I want to do is sit home every night. I'm just too tired to budge.
Did it ever occur to you, John, that your rundown condition may be due to iron deficiency anemia? Or, as we call it, tired blood? Check with your doctor. And if tired blood is your problem, to feel stronger fast, take Geritol, the high-potency tonic that begins to strengthen tired blood in just 24 hours. Just 2 tablespoons of Geritol liquid or 2 Geritol tablets contain twice the iron in a pound of calf's liver. In only 1 day, Geritol iron is in your bloodstream, carrying strength and energy to every part of your body. So if tired blood is your problem, take Geritol, liquid or tablets every day. You will feel stronger fast within 7 days or your money back.
Wow. Am I getting paid to appear in that commercial?
Well, you were going to get paid, but after they had to do about 133 takes to get that shot with you, it cost way too much, and your salary was eaten up in overtime for the union people. So.
Oh, man. At least I hope I get a case of Geritol tablets, because, it does have all that iron of calves' livers.
More than a pound of calves' liver in every one.
Oh, that's fun. Thank you, Russell. All right. Let's go to the top 5 of the week.
It is time.
All right. So as we told you earlier, we have a magician from Las Vegas coming up next. Okay. And I thought, what would I do if I were a magician? So I thought of 5 things that I would do. So number 1, I'd wear sequins. Lots and lots of sequins all day, every day, sequins. I'd look sharp, wouldn't it? Number 2, I'd pull only range-free rabbits out of my hat. This is Vermont, after all, so only range-free rabbits. Number 3, for my magic wand, I only have one magic wand that I like to use. Next. Number 4, I'd saw anyone in half. You want to get sawed in half? Come over to see Amber. I'll take care of you. And the one thing I'd love to do if I were a magician, I'd totally make 2020 disappear. That I would try to do. But let's bring on a real magician. Let's say hello to 9-digit Dave. Hey, Dave.
How's it going?
It's going great. Good to see you. Okay. Now, someone asked me right off when I said you were going to be on the show, why 9 digits? What happened to the other one?
Oh, there was an accident in March, beginning of March. I was making an open air photo booth. Do you know what those are?
No.
So it's a photo booth. You put an iPad in and a LED light in, and then you go ahead and you have it in an open air situation. You have whatever backdrop you want to, and people take pictures of themselves at parties. Anyways, my wife is a balloon artist, and I was making one of those for her because we were getting into the photo booth industry before the COVID hit. And I was on the last cut, and it was on the joiner planer, and I was not using a push stick, which is a piece of protection you should use. and always use protection. And yeah, my finger went, it kicked back, the wood did, and my finger went straight down to the spinning blade, and that's what happened to it right about there.
Oh, I thought maybe someone crossed their legs at the wrong time. I didn't know, but that's how does that affect your work?
Not much. Actually, I had that happened on March 6th. I had shows on March 9th, March 11th, and the last show was on the March 14th before the city shut down. And I did all 3 shows, so it was fine.
Great. So how long have you been a magician?
Since I was 5. Long time. I'm 39 now, so 34 years.
What was your first trick?
First trick.
Ask me that.
Well, it's how long is the show? So first trick was there was the cut and restored rope. There was a rope that I cut, and it and I had a lot of problems with the scissors. Funny, I had problems back then with sharp objects too. So kind of ironic.
Yeah, and you just decided what sparked it?
So there was a clown up in Reno, Nevada at Circus named Ravioli, who, when I was very, very young, he put a sponge ball into my hand and one into his hand, and he hit my hand 3 times, and then his sponge ball disappeared and reappeared in my hand, so I had 2, mine and his. And I wanted to know how it was done, and there was a book out there called Mark Wilson's Complete Course in Magic, and so my parents bought me that book, and that's kind of how I learned how to read, was by reading magic books. And yeah,
that is great that your parents supported you like that. That is terrific. Yeah. So so it was a hobby. When was your first paid gig as a magician?
I don't know. You can stretch the truth and say my first paid gig was from my grandmother at age 12. I would say first paid gig was probably around age 15 when I got hired by an association to go and do a gala for them. So that was fun.
And you've been doing it ever since.
Yeah. I've had some normal jobs. Did some Uber driving in there, and also was a substitute teacher for a while. Those gig life type jobs that you need to make your own schedule. So.
Oh, I've lived my whole life as a gig lifer, so I know what you're talking about. So where do you perform in Las Vegas when you can perform?
Sure, you bet. When I can perform, all up and down the Strip, businesses hire me to come in and entertain their groups of people, either their clients or their employees, and mainly it's strolling magic from group to group. So it's in all sorts of ballrooms and banquet halls and things like that. And then also the wife and I, we have a stand-up comedy magic show called Pink Tie, like necktie, Pink Tie Magic, Cynical and Senseless Sorcery. And so I get to play the cynical one, and that's all I'm really allowed to say.
That's great. So what's keeping you busy during this time?
Oh, it's funny. You put up the website right in time for that question. Yes. So the Zoom shows, and actually it's more on StreamYard now, but they're virtual shows, and it's really be done for a lot of people at a time. And they're at their house miles away, sometimes a few states away, whatever it is. And then I'm here in Las Vegas I'm actually in my dining room right now, and able to go and do shows from here. So it's great.
Well, show me a trick.
All right, definitely. Do you have a piece of paper on you and maybe a marker?
Yes, I do.
You do. Imagine that. What are the odds?
Some say the odds are very good with me. All right. What do I do?
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I've got a bunch of index cards right here. And we're going to go and take one of these index cards. I'm going to go and draw something on it. I want you to think of a drawing. By the way, this does not always work out. This is known as mentalism. It's kind of like a mind reading thing. And we haven't known each other that long, so we'll see how successful we are. But I want you to think of an object, something you can draw, a simple picture. Make sure it's not like an abstract design. So if you thought like a stop sign, that's an octagon. Think of something like an actual thing. And I want you to go and draw it on your piece of paper and keep it out of the camera. And when you get done drawing it, I want you to go ahead and fold the paper up into quarters, if you would. And I'm going to go and draw myself something right here. Just a simple drawing. Again, not an abstract object, but just something. You got something?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm going to go and finish up my drawing. My drawing is going to go inside the center right there. And perfect. And there we go. I set it inside the glass where it came from. For the first time, go and open up your drawing. Let's see if this worked out. Amber.
Open it up?
Yeah, what up? Show it to the camera. What did you get? What did you draw?
I'm such a good artist. It's cheese.
Cheese. That's it's very interesting. You picked cheese because you were going for cheese, and I was also going for cheese, but I was going for, I would say, I was going for something a little bit colder than cheese, but also still part of the milk product. We were coming close right there. You had cheese, I had ice cream.
I had ice cream about an hour ago.
It all came from the same cow, right, Amber? All came from the same cow.
Yes. Okay, dairy. Sure.
You bet. You bet. So, anyways,
I have a deck of, I was told to have a deck of cards here too.
awesome. Awesome. You did bring a deck of cards.
Yes. And they are very, I don't know where I got these, but they are pictures of George W. Bush in drag.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yes. I don't know why.
Oh, that's good. Make
Lucy
Amber
Bell?
disappear.
She's not very nice.
Lucy Bell. You guys have the same last name. Is that a?
We're
is
cousins. We're
Are you
cousins.
cousins, really?
Yes. She's a foreign exchange student from Mississippi. Yeah.
Okay. So Amber, the trick that I wanted you to do, I was actually going to have you rip up some cards, but considering you brought such a nice deck of cards right there, I'm going to go ahead and do the oldest card trick that I know, if that's all right. Instead, I don't want you to ruin your cards. It's a very nice deck of cards. So I've got this deck of cards right here. Have you ever seen a marked deck of cards, marked for cheating purposes, that is?
I've heard of them. I've never, don't know if I've seen them.
This is a marked deck. I bring with me everywhere I go. It's got these edge markings right there on the side of the deck right there. That's a black felt tip marker on the borders of the cards, not too subtle. Back in the days of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, used to take where the top card was, say in the situation right here, the Nine of Hearts, and they'd mark it with the fingernail marks to know exactly where it was in the deck. Little nail neck right there. They called it the Lee Press-on mark back in the 80s. When the mark was rubbed away, of course, the card was gone. Thank you very much, Russell. And that's where we're going to start off the magic. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to run my finger through the deck like this. What I want you to do, really easy, is I want you to go ahead, Amber, if you would, and go ahead and tell me, Amber, when to stop.
Okay. I rarely tell a man to stop.
That's right. Do it again. Good.
Stop.
Right there. Good. Everyone sees the card. You got it. I'm going to take a look at it too. I can't. It doesn't matter. I've seen this trick probably 20,000 times. All right. 5 of clubs. You got it. You know what it is. Excellent. Card goes back inside the deck. My job is to do 3 things and not 2.5. 3 things and 3 things only. The first thing I have to do is I have to make some sort of sense out of these edge markings. There's hidden messages on the side of the deck right there because I used to work for the CIA. I used to work in optics and reflect. Don't believe that. It's Johnson, not Snowden. The second thing is I have to take this mixed up mess right here, Amber, and unshuffle it in 3 shuffles, putting it back into.
Yes, I've heard that before.
Yeah, putting it back into its brand new order. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, you know, but this is paper instead of plastic. That's what I used to say at my last job. Now I think about it. Thanks for getting the bagger joke. Used to be a 2-bagger joke. Thanks for that one too. Last thing is I have to go and find your card, the 5 of clubs, in a very special way. The first shuffle is known as the suit shuffle, separates the 4 suits. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. It reminds me of a joke, actually. What's the difference between a magician and a deck of cards? Thank you for asking. The deck of cards does have 3 other suits. It's not funny. I'm living proof that joke's not funny. Check this out on the side of the deck right there. It actually does say a word. A word does appear. It happens to say...
I can't see.
Ooh, it's going to come in there real good.
My eyesight's not
Dave
great.
Johnson 4 times.
Ah.
That's the hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades all separated out. Hearts on top, yes. Spades on bottom. But it's also a family tree. It's myself, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. All 4 born David Johnson, all 4 magicians use this same deck of cards. That's why it's so wore out. It's kind of like a family heirloom. All 4 of us are also conceived in the same treehouse, but that's a whole separate story. See the rope swing, and that's where the magic really happened. The second shuffle is known as the color shuffle. Separates the red cards and the black cards. What do you call a magician without a girlfriend? Homeless, and that's not funny either. Really good one of these days. That's right, Amber. I'm married now. Well, 4 now. We've unshuffled the deck twice, and it still says Dave Johnson, but this time it does not say it 4 times. This time, of course, it says it just twice.
Yes.
Yes. Red cards on top, I believe. Yes. Black cards on the bottom. Yep. Now, the third and final shuffle is known as the extra value shuffle. But since I'm not working for McDonald's, well, anymore, got to rename that shuffle. I told that joke earlier today, and this woman reaches across at me and she says, no, she pointed through the screen at me. She says, no, but my husband works there. And he was pissed. He wanted to fight me. I said, sir, sit down. Number one, you're yelling at your computer. Number two, you have benefits. It's a great job. I'd love to work for Mickey D's again or Burger King, get my benefits back. Whatever. I'm too picky these days, Amber. Have it your way. We've unshuffled the deck 3 times, like one of those weird pictures. It all comes back into focus to say Dave Johnson. This time, just once. That's number 1. That's me. Number 2 is I had to go and unshuffle the deck in 3 shuffles, putting it back in its brand new order. 3 shuffles. Ace through king in the hearts. Ace through king in the clubs. King through ace in the diamonds and the spades. Every last one of them. Last thing is I had to go and find your card, Amber. The 5 of clubs, right? 5 of clubs, is that your card?
Yes.
And I'd be back on top of the deck. There it is right there, your card, Amber. The 5 of clubs. My name's Dave. Oh, sorry. So close. So close. So close. Amber, I'm so sorry. Live show. We're not even running a 20-second delay or anything like that. Wait a second. There it is right there on the side of the deck, the 5 of clubs. That's ink and paper on there forever like a tattoo. And right now to go and say, thank you very much for having me be a part of your show. I appreciate
Oh my God, Dave, that's great.
Thank you, Charlotte Todd. Yes, Chris, this is the oldest deck of cards ever.
Okay, you mentioned your wife, and I'd like to show something that your wife's been doing as well.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
All right.
Say what I want, say what they want you to say. Like I can pretend that I don't wanna end up with wishful drinking. Tell myself that I'm not thinking about. But if this, she told me just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I won't give up, I will succeed. I will make a way for me.
I cannot lie from you, I cannot hide. And I'm losing the will to try. Can't hide it, can't fight it. So go on, come on, leave me breathless. Touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline.
Very good. You guys must have fun together.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun together. I have, yes. I had not seen that that first video where she disappeared. She had not shown that to me yet. I wish I could say I taught her that, but she taught herself that. That's great.
That's great. All right. Well, Dave, 9-Digit Dave, great seeing you, great meeting you, and we'll have you and your wife back on, and you can do things together.
That'd be great. Thank you very much, Amberly, man. Appreciate it.
All right, let's bring Walter back and for the quiz. All right.
Hey.
All right. Anybody else doing the quiz tonight?
Doing a quiz. What did I bring? I was told to bring.
Yes, you did.
All right. And I've had this. I brought my fidget spinner, my AKA my pen.
I made a comment earlier how much you two look alike, or look similar, I should say.
Well, we're related.
Walter,
all white people. There's only like 5 different white people.
English, Scottish, Swedish, Irish, and Germans, right?
Yeah, there's only like a few different white people. That's it. You know.
Well, I'm happy to have you two. That's for sure.
Thank you.
All right. So tonight's quiz relates the two of you. All right, because I said, how can I connect New York City and Las Vegas? So the questions all are similar about that. So what is the difference, or excuse me, what is the distance between New York City and Las Vegas? Is it 1, 1972 miles, or 2, 2523 miles, or 3, 3,012 miles between New York City and Las Vegas, Nevada? I don't know what you have there, Dave.
I got my answer. I only have a answer. I think I have the right answer. That's how hard I'm coming.
Okay, yep. Do you want me to show you my answer?
Yeah, show me your answer.
Yes, it was definitely 30,000 miles.
3,012 was
Definitely number 3.
It is correct. Number 2 is correct. And there's New York and Las Vegas, like they're just right together. You know,
I don't know about that, Greg. I think it's 30,000 miles.
30,000 so
wrong. And that's just the typical liberal nonsense. You know, where are you getting this info from, Dave? Are you getting it from Wikipedia?
I walked it out.
Liberal-run Wikipedia? Okay. You know what? You know, this is obviously just a liberal Marxist talk show here where you're relying on.
I followed you on TikTok, Walter. I'm taking away my.
Did a scientist tell you that information? Oh, who listens to scientists?
All right. So halfway between New York City and Las Vegas is a town called Milford. What state is Milford in?
Yep,
is it in Nebraska? Is it in Iowa? Or is it in Arkansas?
Okay. Well, so here's the deal. They were just talking about Milford on Fox News, and they told me that Milford is in Portland. So, I don't know. The liberal over here he's consulting a map, and the map says Iowa, but okay, but
and his map is
I'm totally guessing on this one.
So you're saying Fox News is lying. Is that what you're saying? Okay, good to know. Good to know. It's real tolerant of you.
So it's Nebraska. All right.
I'm so close.
Yes.
Sure.
Hold on a second.
So the name Nebraska is from the Oto-Indian word Nebraska, which means what? What does Nebraska mean? Does it mean 1, happy hunters, 2, flat water, or 3, don't steal our land?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to go. Yeah. So sort of a 2-part answer here.
No, there's only one part.
No. Well,
is that his last name?
It's flat water, flat earth. I mean, because obviously the world
is it Walterson or Waterson? What is it? What's your last name?
Flat Waterson. Yeah, that's cute.
It is flat water. That's the Platte River there that goes through.
Because the earth is flat. Duh.
Okay, so what is the capital of Nebraska? Is it Omaha? Is it Lincoln? Or is it North Platte? Go back to geography.
Omaha Steaks is the capital of Nebraska. Sure.
Is it? I'm probably North Platte.
It is Lincoln. It is Lincoln. Well, that looks more like
writing down my. Okay. You know what?
I'm only ready for three. Three questions.
Steaks, but sure. You know what?
All right. So this is the state soft drink of Nebraska. What is it? Is it Kickapoo Joy Juice, Fresca, or Kool-Aid? What is the state soft drink of
Juice?
Kickapoo Joy Juice.
Amber, you don't have a joke for that? How did you say Kickapoo Joy Juice without making a joke about that? It's just, how do you even say Kickapoo Joy Juice without?
Well, you being an actor, you should know about Kickapoo Joy Juice.
What's what?
It's in a show. It's mentioned in a show.
What show? Fuck.
Little Abner.
I haven't watched Little Abner. I was like, wait, did they talk about this in like
Death of a Salesman? Yeah.
They talked about Kickapoo because I was like, I could see them talking about Kickapoo Joy Juice and Lovecraft Country.
Is he Kickapoo?
No. The answer is Kool-Aid.
Oh.
Yes, because Kool-Aid was invented by Edwin Perkins in Hastings, Nebraska, right there. All of his experiments took place in his mother's kitchen. Its predecessor was a liquid concentrate called Fruit Smack. I think that's a game Walter used to play, was Fruit Smack.
Fruit Smack.
It's not even Walter.
I think that game was in the green room. Yeah.
And
I mixed up your first and your last name. I'm an idiot.
Kickapoo Joy Juice was a Pepsi product back in the 60s. It was a predecessor to like a Mountain Dew.
It sounds like lube. It sounds like lube. Kickapoo Joy Juice. Like, I was like, it was a Kickapoo Joy Juice, and right underneath it should say, like, how the fuck is this not lube?
And our final question is, how many U.S. presidents were born in Nebraska? 0, 1, or 2?
Our great president was born in Nebraska.
Which one was that?
Donald Trump. Fuck him. Wait. No, there's no one's born in Nebraska. No. Okay. So here's the deal about Nebraska. No one really lives there. No one was born there. It's not like a real location. It's not a real state.
It's where Rod Serling was born.
I don't know.
It was very difficult coming up with anything interesting to talk about Nebraska.
So you're saying that 2 people were born in Nebraska?
No, there was one United States president who was born in Nebraska, and that was Gerald R. Ford. There he is on the right, playing football for the University of Michigan. Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys.
That's amazing. I got it right again. That's incredible.
You're crushing
guys,
it.
thank you so much. 9-Digit Dave, Walter Masterson, thank you so much.
Watterson.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, too much fun. It's not going to stop yet. I know we're going over the hour, but hey, stick around because we got one more person to talk to at least, and that's our good friend Rocco. Oh, Rocco.
Where the hell did I go?
I have no idea.
Me disappear. What the hell?
So how you doing, Rocco?
I'm doing good. I was watching the show, checking out the things. That guy who does the Trump things and stuff. Funny.
He's stealing your act.
What the fuck, man? Anyway, what's with that Helen Kumlicka thing? What the hell was that? Who's she?
I don't know. I need to hire some of your friends for security, evidently.
Seriously, you do. She's talking about rating your show with these Helens. I personally have a rating system, too. I use fingers. I give her 1. But enough about that. 9-Digit Dave, he's a pretty good magician. He made his finger disappear.
Yeah, you'd think it could make it reappear, but...
Look at that, 2-finger jokes. Boom, boom. All right. I got a handle on things. I was a magician too,
No, I did not know that.
Magic hat, right?
Yeah?
Yeah. You want to see me make a rabbit come out of that hat?
Sure.
Why not? Look. Whoop. Hey. Oh, hey. Anyway, it's me, Rocco. I'm the rabbit.
Yes.
That gag sucked. All right. So, yeah, I used to do magic. I even did Speaking of Donald Trump, he hired me once to do magic at a private party for him. So I went over to Trump Towers where I yelled out with a bullhorn, fuck Trump. But after that, I did this thing where I took one of his, hookers and I put her in this container and I cut her in half. But I use a chainsaw. You're not supposed to use a chainsaw, apparently.
I don't think so.
I did it once. That was it. I don't have much more to say about that. I shouldn't say anything, actually.
But you had friends to help you take care of that, I'm sure.
Oh, you kidding me? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What's going on?
What else is on your mind, Rocco?
Not a lot. Let me tell you something. This magic thing, I'm really into it. I think I might, and not only that, I might start doing it on TikTok. Let me tell you, that TikTok thing these guys are doing, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never heard. I thought TikTok was a clock. Who knew? But let me tell you, I think Rocco's going to start doing some TikToks.
I think you should.
You do, don't you?
Yes.
I know. I seen some. When are you going to start doing funny ones?
Maybe you and Helen could get together.
We'd be great. Doing all that stuff on the TikTok. Hey. So, tell me. You're sitting there looking all pretty-ish and stuff. What's on your mind tonight?
You know, I've just been laughing for the last hour and 6 minutes. And, it feels good. It feels good to laugh.
Yeah, I bet you haven't laughed that hard since you saw yourself naked, huh?
Oh,
Hey.
I have no mirrors in rooms with lights.
That's smart. I look up mirrors over the bed, and I've kind of blocked them out lately too.
I think I remember that. Yeah, that's true.
You know, I never know where to look. I feel like I'm always looking off to the side and stuff.
So, what are you doing this week, Rocco? Any plans?
This week, I think I'm going to do some crazy stuff. I'm going to do some TikTok videos. And did I tell you I'm getting my YouTube video going?
No.
My channel? Yeah. I got some old videos from way back when. I'm going to put them up first so I have something. Then I'm going to put up some stuff, new stuff that I'm working on. I call it Rocco Zamboni versus the internet. Because the internet is a dick. And I'm going to tell people why. And I'm going to show you that Rocco can make things better than all those other people out there.
Well, that sounds great. And make sure you hook up a link between our page as well.
Oh, you bet. I'm going to be promoting you. You better believe it.
All right. Sounds like it's like one hand washes the other, Rocco.
Yeah.
Where your hands have been.
Oh, my hands. I ain't talking about where my hands have been, but I could write a book, and maybe I will. I've written enough other books. I could write that one too.
I might sit down and read that one. Well, Rocco, you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
It's been great, Amber.
All right.
See you guys later, all right?
All right. Thank you, Rocco. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Take a deep breath. I don't need the Obamas to make me feel good anymore. I'm feeling good right now. All right. So, hey, Jack, what's going on with Jack tonight?
Amber, how are you?
All right. So, how was the comments tonight?
Oh, they were good. Also, I really like how you're the first lady of Geritol.
Someone made that comment?
No, I'm saying it now.
Oh.
Let's get the picture up and we'll see what people had to say about it.
What were the captions there?
All right. So here's Melania's rose garden.
Yes.
And Lucy Bell kicked it off. She fucked it up.
Nice talk, Lucy Bell.
Larry said the stripper in the White House strips garden of rose flowers. Cousin Craig chimed in and said, Melania trying to make the White House a little whiter.
Oh.
And finally, we had Charlotte Todd saying, no color at this White House. Thank God I was born in Vite, Slovenia.
Oh, all good ones. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I read earlier, someone said, she took the rose garden and make it a hose garden. That's apostrophe possessive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone will have to explain that to me later.
Okay. All right. Any other comments that are worth noting?
No, that's it. Charlotte says, go Jack. Great one. So
Charlotte's out there in Sacramento. Charlotte, stay safe with those fires out there in California. Oh my California. Oh my God, there's so much stuff going on with the hurricanes and the fires. And oh man.
The world is unhinged right now. We really need some good people. We just need to be good to each other right now.
Some vodka, I think.
Social.
Hey, Russell, let's bring Russell in.
Hey, Amber. I'm
Hey,
back.
Russell. Oh my goodness. We're still going.
We are still going, but we're almost to the end.
Yeah.
A couple of things I do want to remind people. If you would like to tip us, it is a huge help to keep this show going. And you can do it using that Venmo there at RJD Pro. We would love to have some help from everybody out there. Anything you can give is great. And if you give over $25, you get one of our stickers.
You brought her.
And then if you want more than a sticker, don't forget that you can go to our new website and check out all the merch and check out Amber's story and the League of Drag Queen Voters, which is just gonna get bigger and bigger. And that is at Amber Live TV. So www.amberlive.tv, just go right there and check out the brand new website. You'll have a lot of fun.
Also, we want to make sure people like, share, and subscribe, and to keep track, because this week Russell and I are going to be on quite a few times making some videos and in response to the Republican National Convention. So you want to make sure you get notice of those. We're going to be doing a lot of work this week. So looking forward to that.
It's going to be crazy at the convention, and probably crazier in your basement.
Ooh. So Russell, all right.
Get 'em up.
So Russell, who do we have coming up next week?
Next week, we have a great lineup of guests again. First of all, we have Dr. First.
Dr. Lewis First.
Yes.
World-renowned pediatrician who's right here in Burlington. He's one of the greatest media persons I know. He's smart, he's witty, funny, and we're going to talk about kids going back to school. You know, what's going on with that, and how you can help your kids get prepared for going back to school. And who else?
And then second, speaking of kids, we have a gentleman who used to be a director back when I did children's theater, and he used to direct me as a coati and a coyote, and his name is Chris Tebbets, and he has become an author. He writes with James Patterson now. I believe he's writing some adult books with him, but he wrote a lot of the middle school series, one of which was turned into a movie even, and I think Chris went to the premiere of the movie. So,
but some of the books deal with teen bullying and the teen novels and stuff. So we'll connect that with Dr. First with bullying. So it's going to be an interesting show. Maybe not quite as wild as with Walter and Dave.
You never know anymore.
Might want to keep Helen in the green room.
Helen might come back if she's unhappy with the way things are going. Maybe we'll get Madge and Biscuit back to do some fart jokes for us.
Oh, that's what we need. Yeah, some fart jokes. Well, Russell, Jack, thank you so much for a great show tonight. Thank you.
Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the evening.
Yes. All right. Woo. All right. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much. I had a great time with Walter and Dave, and I swear I had no idea Helen was going to appear. I have no control. But thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves this week. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on with weather and stuff. So just take care of yourself. If you want to laugh, watch this show again and take deep breaths. All right. So I'll be here next week, and I hope you will be too. Bye-bay. Thank you.
Wow. Betsy DeVos sure has let herself go.
I think that was Amber LeMay.
Oh. Well, either way, I'm dumber now.